Welcome to Weight Loss Champs. And today we have a special guest, the lovely Michelle. How you doing, Michelle?
I'm great. How are you, Mike?
Hanging in there. First of all, I just want to say thanks for coming on. I know you're a busy woman. If you ain't working or being a mama to your two sons or being a wife to your husband, you're working out. So thanks for squeezing us in.
Of course. Anything for Mike.
I appreciate you. All right. So, what made this time different?
Wow, that question. That's a great question. I feel like it was a combination of a few things. I feel like COVID gave me a chance to slow down and really evaluate my weight and evaluate like just my lifestyle in general. All this food I'm consuming, just eating for no reason, eating just to be eating, I think. And and then the other part of it, I'm gonna say the biggest part I feel like was I had accountability partners. So I had 4 friends that we said every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we were going to go walk in the morning. And I think that making sure everybody's texting the night before, like, are you going to show up? Are you going to show up? I think that was huge for me. I think it made me say, okay, they going, I gotta go because we said we all were going to do this. And that helped, I think, spark it. And then when I lost that first 8 pounds, I think that really sent me in overdrive. I'm like, oh, I just felt different. I felt good. And then we're doing your class. So I'm walking Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I have your class Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So now I'm working. It's like I'm doing both things at the same time. I'm working on my endurance and being able to, my mobility. And now I'm also toning at the same time. So I think the combination of both, the accountability and is really what jump started it.
Yeah. I agree. Like you've definitely been holding yourself and your friends accountable.
Trying to, yes, trying.
Yeah. How much weight have you lost?
36 pounds so far. I started out, I don't mind saying my weight. I'm not ashamed. I was 253. Now I'm down to 236 and my goal is 200. I can remember when we talked about 225, right, Mike? And I was like, that seems so far away. And now I'm at 217.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still not done.
Nope. 17 pounds. I'm not stopping. Well, I'm not even going to stop. I feel like I've made a lifestyle change and, just watching what I eat, how much I consume, and just being conscious of all of that at all times, I feel like has been huge for me. And water has been like my best friend.
Yeah.
I love water. It's like I really don't even like to drink anything else but water now.
Mm.
So it's been huge.
That's what's up. So what was the light bulb moment? Like what gave you that spark? Like, I know you mentioned COVID and just the time of being in the house, but like what really gave you that spark? Was it anything personal?
I think it was the first 8 pounds. I think my cousin and I had decided. I told you about this. We had started working out. We started the end of May, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think is when we started. End of May. I didn't start walking until like mid-June. But right, like in the midst of that, my cousin was like, "Hey, let's do a cleanse on the weekend." And I was like, "Okay, I'll try. Why not? Like, let's try to cleanse your body out. Like all this food I had been consuming." I was like, it makes sense. Try to cleanse my body. And then that weekend, I think I lost that first 8 pounds. And then I was like, I felt different. I could feel it. Like, I felt like, wow, like and remember when I started, I was in a boot.
Yeah, that's right.
I was working out in a boot. In a boot, yes.
Yeah,
started
focus.
In a boot. Right. I started in a boot, y'all, just to let you know you can do it. I started in a boot. No lie. I have a video of a lady saying, I had to send it to you, of a lady who recorded. She didn't record me. She said, I don't want to record her, but she was giving a speech on her Insta story, basically saying, there's no excuses, ladies. It's a girl out here in her boot. when I was walking across the bridge.
Yeah, but do you think
Mhm.
that's just I mean, you've been an athlete all your life, you know, high school,
Yeah.
collegiate, performing on high levels. Is that just a mindset, you know, hey, I'm hurt, but I'm not injured?
I think I think that I think Mike, I had been talking about losing weight for so long. And I just kept saying, I gotta stop carrying this weight. Like it's too much. My knees hurt. I mean, I'm huffing and puffing, walking up and down my own stairs. Like that's just crazy. I'm
Mhm.
only 43 years old. Like I shouldn't be this out of shape. And I felt like this heavy. And I don't know if I think it is a mindset. I think it's I'm an all in type of person. So when I love something or want to do something and I'm in, I'm all in. There's no
Mhm.
like halfway in or halfway out with me. So
Mhm.
it was like once it started clicking, I think once you get in a rhythm,
Mhm.
it was like, okay, there's no stopping. So now it's like if it's raining outside, I put on a raincoat and I still walk because
Mhm.
I'm like I can wash my hair. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not a big deal. It's like more about me trying to be a healthier Michelle. I don't want to be on any pills or high blood pressure. That I don't want any of that for me.
Mhm.
Moving into the next half of my life, I just want to continue to be down this healthy path.
Mhm.
And it's interesting. This lady, when we were walking in the morning, it was an older lady. She has to be our parents' age, 70s, probably in her 70s age. She's out there every morning. We're out there walking.
Mhm.
She was out there every morning. She told me, I stopped her one day because I wanted, she said, I do this 5 days a week and I rest on the weekends.
Mhm.
And you know what I mean? And she's our parents' age. It's like it has to be a lifestyle. And she looks
Mhm.
great. So
Mhm. Well, where do you
mhm.
get your discipline from? Because it's not usual. Like, most people, if it's raining outside, they don't go running. Oh,
That's a fact. That's a good question, Mike. I think that probably started with sports, I'm sure. I'm sure just because you have to when you play a sport, if you haven't played a sport, you have to have a level of self-criticism
mhm.
because you have to be able to take what someone is giving you and then apply it. And
Mhm.
then I think it's just a determination like I don't want to lose.
Mhm.
I think I still have that in me. Like I don't want to lose. Like this is what I said I was going to do. And I'm going to do it. I put it on my mirror. It's like once I put it on my mirror, then that means that's it. Like it's go time now. So
Yeah.
I think that has something to do with I've always been a determined person. When I put my mind to something, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm always all in. If I love you, if I'm in a relationship, I'm all in. If
Mhm.
whatever it is, our friendship, whatever case it is, I'm always all in. So I think that's just a part of me.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Parents raised you that way, or just genetics?
I don't know if it's. I mean, I think my dad. I'm gonna tell you where this. Maybe this is where it started. My dad would not ever let me call out. I couldn't like skip school. He was like, "I don't. Are you bleeding to death? Is your arm fell off? You know what I mean? Like you don't call in or call out sick. That's not what you do. Something needs to be
Yeah.
like you need to be in the hospital." Because
Yeah.
I can remember, as a young, in high school, you're like, oh, I have cramps. And my father was like, ain't nothing wrong with you. You go to school, take some time off. So maybe that's where it started. It's kind of like, no matter what, you got to push through.
Yeah, that's
So,
what's up.
mhm.
So, what's your struggle food? What food
Ooh,
out there is hard for you to abstain from?
bread. Bread is the devil, I say. Bread is tough. That's the toughest one for me. I love bread. Like any kind of bread, I don't care what it is. Like I want bread. So I was happy in your meal plan that we could have a bagel. That's like I'm like, eating the bagel like, oh, but
Hey,
bread is I'll say sweets too. I like sweets, but I mean, I
mm,
don't have to have it. It's not like something that I have to have daily like bread. Bread is like a serious issue for me.
yeah. Well, bread makes you fat, Michelle.
I know that's why I don't eat it. That's why I try to stay away from it because I
Yeah.
know that is my biggest issue. is bread.
So how you maneuvered yourself to eat healthy? What's that transition like now? I mean, you're abstaining from bread, and it sounds like you've reduced your sugar, and you seem to be following a meal plan. Like, how are you able to infuse that in your day-to-day life?
It was tough at first, but that's another discipline thing. It's like, do you want to go back, or do you want to move forward?
Mm,
So in order to move forward, it needed to become a lifestyle change. I had to change my mind and make this a part of my life. Like even with the juicing, like I incorporate that sometimes. Like instead of breakfast, I'll juice.
yeah.
I'll do one of the natural juices. I think with the bread, like I do the bagel, when we can have the bagel, it's like that's when I'll indulge, is when the meal plan says we can indulge. But I try, I have I made up in my mind that I want to move forward and not go back. I can't go back. Like that's where I'm at in my mindset. Like I feel so great. I don't want to go back. So in order for me not to go back, I still have to watch what I eat, because I feel like I'm one meal away from going back to 253. That's how I feel in my mind. Because it's like I feel like if I eat, I can feel when I've eaten too much now. Like I don't let myself get there too often, but if I do, it feels horrible. And I mean, it felt horrible at 253, but now I feel even worse. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting up in the morning, like I gotta go. Like some days I'm like, we have you in the evening, but I walk in the morning, like I just feel like I did, I don't want to go back. So I think that's and it's just become a habit. I think I've been doing it so long now that it's become a habit. Like I'm not going to overindulge, because what does that benefit me? I mean, it's like, why am I really eating this? I'm eating this because maybe I'm upset about something, or something didn't go right at work. So that's why I want to do it, but that's not a reason to do it.
Yeah. Has the weight loss given you any more confidence? Has it changed the way you see yourself, the way you see things around you? What has that been like?
Mike, I'm talking about my family is sick of me. My confidence is through the roof. No, but I will say, it's funny that you asked me that. I was talking to my boss's boss today. We always have a one-on-one with her. And I was talking about my weight loss journey with her, because it was just her and I. She wanted to get to know us because she's new to our region. And I was telling her how much confidence losing weight has given me. Just to know that you set a goal and like you're accomplishing that goal, and to be able to turn that back and show your kids that you've done this. Because to me, that's big. It's like, I had this goal, I wrote it on my mirror. And when you write stuff down, it's just, to me, it really resonates with you when it's written down. And you can see it. It's on my mirror. It's on my bathroom mirror. I wrote 200 pounds on my bathroom mirror. And so every day, that's where you brush your teeth, you wash your face. I see it every day. And I have 3 other things on there, like I'm healthy, I'm confident, and then my other one, why can I can't think of my other one, and then I have my 200 pounds. So it's like I have those things, I see it every single day, and that's how I'm gonna live my life. So I feel like the confidence I just feel great. I don't even know how to explain how I feel, but it feels amazing. Wow. And it's nice to be able to go, like I go when I'm going shopping, usually I'm like, oh, I'm so fat, like I can't wear anything, can't fit anything. And I'm like, now I can get in a medium shirt. Like I haven't been able to get in a medium shirt since high school. I went to the Nike store this weekend and got in a medium shirt, couldn't believe it. I was like, holy moly. Like a 14 pants, like stuff that I just haven't, I was in an 18. Like, and people like, wow, Michelle, because I'm tall.
Yeah.
You don't see it, but I knew. For sure. So, but my family's sick of me, Mike, just to answer that question. It's my
Yeah.
Next summer 21 gonna be great. 2021, if we can get out.
On the beach.
Yes.
2-piece.
Yes.
So that's interesting. So you feel like the weight loss has kind of had a ripple effect in other areas of your life as far as confidence? You mentioned work, you mentioned family. So seeing like a change in just your relationships from the weight loss?
I feel like I don't know if relate. I mean, my husband probably loves it. Like he loves it. He loves he loves that I've come down. You know, I always talk about it. He's never beaten me up about it, but I always talked about it. And he's like my biggest cheerleader. Like he's cheering me on to 200. Like he's like, get there, you know. And he was like, but don't lose. You know, you know. I was like, no. Mike said he got us. He got us.
Yeah,
but I do feel like at work, I definitely feel like at work because I'm in sales. And so, you know, I do feel a lot more confident when I'm meeting with clients and talking to clients. I feel more confident. And I love talking about this now. It's like, you know, I'm your biggest cheerleader. You know, I'm always tagging you. Like, it is so important because I've seen a transformation of my body. Like even my stomach, like I used to have these folds in my stomach and they're barely there anymore just from all the work that we've done, you know, from all our classes. Like it's amazing just to see how my body has moved from 253 to now. Because the weight loss, I mean, I could have lost weight, yeah, but without you, I wouldn't have been able to tone things up. Stuff would still be hanging. And now it's like everything is pulling in. Nice and tight.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, I seen you post. I think you went to a wedding. You had on these slacks, or blue. I was like, man, like you was 18 years old in that picture.
It's crazy how it took so much years off you too. Not looking so heavy. Like I already have a you know, fat cheeks. Like I'll never lose that. But I look back at pictures like down I was trying to find, I'm doing a photo collage in my house. And I was looking back at all these pictures like, oh, I'm not going to print that out. I need to take more memories because you could just see the difference in my body from then to now.
Yeah. So if you had a friend and you noticed she started gaining a lot of weight or he started gaining a lot of weight, would you tell him?
Yes. I'm like, I think I talk to everybody about a lifestyle change because it literally is a lifestyle change. I mean, you have to change your mindset. I met with one of my old coworkers came up from North Carolina and we were talking about this because she lost a significant amount of weight. And I think in our community, what we do is food is something like we celebrate with food. You think about any celebration we have, we always have food. And it's important that we learn about what's good for us and what isn't good for us and how we can eat those things in moderation. Like, yeah, it's fun for Thanksgiving, but we shouldn't be eating macaroni and cheese and yams and all that stuff daily. You know, we need to really look at what we're eating and how we're consuming so that we can just be healthier as a race, I feel like.
Yeah. Great. So someone struggling with weight loss, someone that feels defeated, what type of advice and encouragement would you give them?
I would one tell them look for a partner. Like you need to have someone that is where you are maybe, or maybe a little bit less than where you are, but is locked in. Because I think the accountability partner is huge. You know, I want to quit every day. I want people to know, like every day I'm like, shoot, I don't want to walk. I don't feel like it. Like I don't want to do it. But it's like, but if I don't do it, what does that mean? That means now I'm going back. And I want to go forward. So I think one, you have to make up in your mind, I want to do this. Two, you have to really look inside. I think people in general have a hard time looking inside of themselves. And you have to realize what is your trigger points. Because I think, especially with women, like we eat a lot of times to satisfy whatever is going on inside of us. And until you figure that out, what it is that's making you eat, I don't think you can move forward. It'll be hard for you to move forward. So you have to look inner. And I think two, you need to have an accountability partner. I think that's huge. Or a group. I mean, just like call your 4 friends, your close friends, and say, listen, y'all, this is what I want to do. Like, I need y'all to help me. Hold me accountable. Ask me, are you going to class today? Are you doing this? And then once they've done it enough times and you started going enough times, then no one will have to ask you anything. You're just going to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like a personal trainer, Michelle.
I'm gonna keep sending them to you, Mike. That's it. I'm gonna keep sending them to you, and I'm gonna be joining too. I tell everybody, I'm like, man, it just feels so good. I know it's tough because I've tried to do this 1,000 times, but I'm really big on this looking inner thing right now. Like I believe it all starts with what's going on inside of you. It's not about anything else but what's inside you, and you have to figure out what's going on with you and what's your roadblock, and then work through that in order to move forward.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in and joining us, Michelle. What you've done is amazing. I brag on you to some of my other personal trainer friends. I'm like, man, I got this one client and she's focused.
Mm-hmm.
Razor set you over. And the funniest story is remember when we were doing that training and my internet went out?
Oh yes, yep.
And then when I got back on, you was leading the group. Like,
yep.
I'm still on there working out.
That's right. Like, let's go. We here.
That was so cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like any other group would have been like, all right, that's it, we're done.
Yeah, no, we here now. We got to finish. I mean, we was like halfway through, right?
Yeah, we were coming out the home stretch.
Yeah, I'm like, we got to finish this. We already know what Mike will mostly have us do. You've been throwing in a lot of new stuff lately, but then we were like in a rhythm. So
yeah. Well, some of the people told me what you were doing was harder than what I would do.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they was like, man, she had us in there doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh man, yeah, that was fun.
That's cool.
Well, I appreciate you, Mike. Like without you, I don't feel like my body would be where it is. I mean, I definitely see like huge differences in my body, my legs, my thighs, my stomach, especially my stomach more than anything. Like I just feel like it was so, I mean, when you see the pictures, the side-by-side pictures, like it's crazy. Like I need to take one now just to see, so you can see the crease, like I don't know how your stomach, like right where your stomach and your hips meet. Usually if your stomach is big, it kind of folds over. Like now it's like those folds are like going away. It's nice. Barely there. It's like unbelievable.
Yeah. Those we call the muffin tops, the love.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Russian twists, all those Russian twists we've been doing.
Mm-hmm. And that new one with our feet going like this.
Yeah.
Like that? Man.
You like that one?
Mm-hmm. I like that one. I like that one.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do some more of that tomorrow.
Yeah,
a whole bunch of those.
What I don't like is my least favorite is the air bikes and the plank.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get the plank right. I feel like I'm like, I don't know. I'm not doing it right. My son was like, Mom, you look like, I don't know what you look like, but you're not.
Which son? The oldest?
The oldest one, yeah. He was like, you're not doing the plank right.
But that's an elite athlete. A lot of people like him.
I'm not 16, buddy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again. And I'm looking forward to us reaching that 200 mark.
Me too.
I want to just, be candid and just say, you're like one of the coolest people I've met. You have a really great personality and the vibe, it radiates in the group. And I'm very grateful for that. And
thank you, Mike.
Yeah, and just want to say congrats on what you and your family are doing. Your sons are doing great. So let me see if I got this breakdown right.
Okay.
So Dylan, that's the oldest, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. I got him going to NBA. I could feel that. Dude is nice.
I wish. I pray for that. I pray for that.
And then And then Chase, he looks like he's gonna be like a scientist or something. Is he?
Telling you,
His
he
kid?
told me he has a he's created his own business. It's called Chase Industries. He has a map of how his compound's gonna be set up. It's not like at a building. He's gonna have like a compound. He said everybody's gonna be driving around in Teslas. I was like, okay, bud, like whatever you need to do. He said he gonna be an entrepreneur. He ain't working for nobody.
I could see that.
I was like, okay,
yeah,
I like it.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Michelle. Well, thank you so much, and you enjoy the rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow, 7:00. Thank you,
7
Mike.
o'clock.
I appreciate you.
All right. Have a great day.
You too.